Alright, so here we are, getting ready to go. Some extra tools and stuff needed for bottling day. I have the top of bottling tree that you can get from your local homebrew shop. That's got the cleaning dispenser on it, so you pump this thing down a couple times and the Star San water solution will come up into there. Oh man. Alright, so there's that thing. Alright, I have a gallon jug, which you really, yeah, I guess you can see. Hold on a second. Is there anything in there? Yes, immensely. Wow, look at that, Spielberg. Alright, anyway. Keep the beer gun in here. Helps keep it sanitized. One thing I'm going to put out there right now. I use the Fast Rack the day before and sanitize all my bottles. Leave them upside down. I'm not going to be putting any more Star San or sanitizing solution into the bottles today. I know, germs are the enemy here, but it actually says that Star San is most effective once it has dried, and if you leave it in liquid solution, it's never going to dry. So I'm taking that risk of following the directions and making sure they're dry. So my bottles got sanitized yesterday, flipped upside down on the Fast Rack, and then the directions and from other viewers suggest that you cool your bottles down. So what I did, I just put them in the freezer for 10 minutes. They come out nice and chilled and ready to go. So let's go. Alright, now, as far as the lines go, I have my keg right here. Let's move some stuff around. My keg right here. Alright, this is, what do we have here? I've got my keg right here. This is a Northern... Which one is this? Yeah, this is my keg, my 5-gallon corny. As you can see there. I have Northern Brewers Chinook IPA in here. That's what we will be bottling right now. So I have my 5-pound CO2 tank with one regulator, but I have a T connection or a branch coming off of mine. So let's see that right there. Both are closed at the moment. So I need both of these lines for my brew day. So what I need to take the gas post off of one of these and hook it up to the flare nut. The flare nut right here. So I'm going to do that now. One of my toolboxes. All right. I'm going to turn the gas off from the regulator. Turn the gas off at the tank. You don't want to be leaking CO2. I know this process actually doesn't use a whole lot, but the last thing you want to do is have a leak and get it all over the and lose everything you have in your tank. So all I want to do now is get this off. Get that for later. And attach it to my beer gun. Without banging it around too much. Thank you. Yeah, so when I tested this out the first time, a couple days ago, I left the beer gun attached overnight, and when I came down the next morning, I was out of CO2. So another reason why I tightened up this connection right here. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to completely reduce or completely eliminate the risk of CO2 leakage, but I think it helped out, at least tightening up everything. I would definitely recommend disconnecting this though as soon as you're done using it. If you do suspect a leak, a bad one in the gun or in any other part of your CO2 line, just a quick tip: take a old spray bottle of some kind of cleaner, clean it out, wash it out first, put a little bit of soap in there, and spray that around your connections. And if you see bubbles, you have a leak. All right, so we are good to go there. It's time to hook everything up. So first I am going to off-gas my keg. What I did was I force carbed it at 30 psi, and then I off-gassed it after about a day, off-gassed it, and brought it back to serving psi about 10 or 12 and let it go for a couple days. So hopefully we're at the right carbonation level. If not, this video is going to end right now. Alright. Gas is off. Make sure this is all the way off. You don't want... So now we're going to put gas into the system, but we only want to put about 5 psi because so now we're going to put gas into the system, but we're only going to do about 5 psi because So now we're going to put gas into the system. You want to keep it very low pressure because we don't want any more carbonation getting into the beer. We don't want it to foam out when it's going through the line. So slow is going to be the name of the game today. But we'll hook up the CO2 line back onto the keg. Connect the liquid line onto the keg. Boom. Goes dynamite. You also probably want to get a cup or some kind of something to discharge liquid into, because you don't want your first beer to already be all full of foam. Alright, I've got a bunch of bottle caps. These ones are actually pretty nice. They tell me they're color changing, cold activated, and they are from LD Carson. Those guys, if you can read that backwards. Cold activated crown caps. So these will go into sanitation solution. Yeah, I know I said earlier that it's best to have it dry, but I wouldn't want metal caps wetted and then coming out. I don't know. Something about rust maybe. Alright, so like I said, it's slow through the gas line, but you kind of want to be quick about this, because and the longer you have it sitting out, the longer CO2 can escape. So let's get ready to go here. Let's turn the gas back on from the tank. Turn the regulator on. Alright, so it's at about maybe 5 or 8. This regulator doesn't have a very good indicator of 10. The first real marker is 20, so a little bit of a swag here, but we'll see how we do. Alright, open up the lines from the T. Alright, and I'm actually going to put this out of the way now. Done with that show. Alright, take this out and give it a little test first, right? So here, I don't know if you can hear that. That's CO2 coming out, and liquid. Slowly but surely coming out. Trying to get all the foam out. And I think we got the most of it. You're still going to get a little bit of foam. You want to try and minimize that as much as possible. Okay, so time to bottle. You want to be kind of quick about this. Take a bottle. Beer gun in, at an angle, a couple quick shots with CO2, and then quickly open up the trigger and give it a pour. Once the tip is in, you stand it up. Let it flow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Let the foam run out. Wait till you get beer. Take the dip tube out. That is exactly the right amount of headspace that you want. And I just use the water catch from the fast rack for this part. And ooh, almost forgot. Right? Okay. You want to end with a little shot of CO2 as well, just to clear out any remaining oxygen that's in the bottle. All right. Clamp it down. Good to bro. All right. I'm going to move on to the next one. Beer gun in. At an angle. Couple shots. All right. Beer. Coming at you. All right. Liquid. Couple shots. Do it to it, Power Ranger. Power Ranger, Jesus. Alright, put the cap on. There you go. Alright. Don't write it and do it live. Alright. This is a piss drop. One, two, three, four, five. It doesn't really say how many you're supposed to do, but that's what I do. Open the trigger valve, and let the beer flow. Let my beer flow. Alright, the first couple, those first two were a little foamier than I would have liked. I think I got the PSI dialed in now. You know, worst comes to worst, I'll have to taste test it and see. Guess there are worse things in life. I should stop recording because nobody wants to see me. Fill up all these bottles because it's gonna take a long time, long time. Alright. Life is good. Life is good. Shoot your mouth now. Oh.